What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close and we are now officially 240 subs away from hitting 500 subs, and who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the summer. Only time will tell. But excuse me you guys, but as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Excuse me, on the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners over at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of the set, much similar to what I pulled out of my Genesis Impact box that I opened up last year, which is this beautiful Beat Cop from the Underworld. This thing looks absolutely amazing, you guys. But with that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, excuse me, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 85% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be down in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: What type of new archetype would you guys like to see get released in a future booster set? Let me know down in the comments below. And for today's video, we are going to be going back into Rage of the Abyss with the next 6 brand new cards that will be in the set. And these are actually this is actually the last batch of cards that will be in the set, at least until we get the OCG imports and potentially some new TCG exclusive cards, which I'm assuming we might end up getting another new archetype at some point. It's possible, but we will have to wait and see. But I am not gonna waste any time. I am just gonna get straight into it. There are six new cards, and the first one up is Transcendent Titan of Tartarus, which is a 9-star Earth zombie with 2600 attack, 0 defense, and both of its effects are a hard once per turn. And the first effect reads: if this card is sent from the deck to the grave, send as many cards you control as possible to the grave, and if you do special summon this card, then send cards your opponent controls to the grave up to the number of cards sent to the grave by this effect. Neither player can activate monster effects in response to this effect activation. Funny enough, this is sort of like a kaiju in a way, which is pretty weird. But what's cool about this is that you can actually send this card to your graveyard off of the effect of a foolish burial, which is pretty funny. And then the second effect reads if this card is sent to the grave except from the deck, you can send one card from your hand to the grave. Send one card on the field to the grave. So this is sort of like a double pop, basically. So not only do you have yourself like a mini board wipe, if you will, but this is a way to pretty much like just almost like reset the whole board. And because that it's a zombie decks are going to be abusing the holy hell out of this card, and it ain't going to be pretty. That is for damn sure. Next up, we have Perfect Lander. I would say sound like cat, but I'm not that freaky. I'm not that type of guy, but Perfect Lander is the card. That's what the card art looks like, which looks pretty cute, I have to admit. But it is a 2-star Earth Beast with 200 attack and defense, and if it'll scroll down, both of its effects are once per turn, and the first effect reads, if this card is sent from the hand or deck to the grave, you can special summon it in face down defense position. Second effect reads, if a monster is sent from the hand or deck to the grave, while you control this monster that was flipped face up, you can target one of them, special summon it in face down defense. So, funny enough, this is another really cool, like, foolish burial target, which is amazing. Being able to just send this card to your grave, set it face down from your grave, it acts as like its own like Monster Reborn, which is pretty cool. Really not a whole lot to say with this card actually, but next up we have Newbie. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait a minute, Newbie? What are you talking about? Newbie. Yeah, that's Newbie. Very interesting card to say the very least. But it is a 2-star light insect with 0 attack and defense. And both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, if you have a monster with 0 attack and defense in your grave, you can special summon this card from your hand. Second effect reads, if this card is special summoned from the hand, apply these effects in sequence. Add 1 light insect monster from your grave to your hand, except this card. Place 1 trap from your grave or banishment on the top or bottom of the deck. This is a cool way to get back cards like Imperv, cards like Skill Drain, pretty much just like any floodgate or any like negation that your opponent decided to banish. Banish off of I think Kashtira Ogre. So this is a really cool card. Absolutely incredible. Funny enough, yes, Kashtira is still a pretty decent deck, but it's a fucking cancer on Master Duel, and I know that very well because I've lost to Kashtira while playing a very good deck. Yeah, not fun, you guys, not fun at all. But next up, we have Ruby Sapphirus, the Jewel of Maxima Mose. Which, excuse me, which is a rank 9 Earth Rock Exceeds with, with 2700 attack, 1600 defense, and it requires 2 or more level 9 monsters. And it has 2 separate effects that read as follows. Gains these effects based on the attributes among its materials. Fire. When this card declares an attack, on a monster with higher attack, you can make this card's attack become doubled until the end of the damage step. Water. Once per opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can target one card you control, negate any card or effect your opponent activates this turn that targets this card. So, okay, so just off of this first effect, this card is actually, funny enough, similar to what you call it, Triple D Lapis, which I don't. Oh my god. Give me a second, guys. I actually want to go on Nexus really quickly because I do believe I know the name. But I know the name is Lapis, but I don't remember the full name. Excuse me. Give me 1 second, you guys. Give me a second. Let's go deck. Excuse me. Here we are, Triple D. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Triple D Destiny King Zero Lapis is the name. So, funny thing with this card is that with Ruby Sapphire is again the fire effect. Well, when this card declares an attack on a monster with higher attack, this card's attack becomes double. Funny thing with this card is that with this card's monster effect, this card is essentially a game changer. This can easily literally make it so if your opponent's, like, let's say Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon has 4,500, which it does, this card's attack becomes 9,000, which is incredible. This card, the Rock Monster, this card is going to be a game changer for the meta. This is going to completely change how people will build their decks, and it's going to get to a point where this card could end up becoming the next VFD, which True King of All Calamities was just a fucking menace in the meta during the days of toss format, which was insane. This card is gonna be up on that level. So this is another version of VFD, but just a bit better in my personal opinion. The second effect of this card reads: if this card would be destroyed, you can detach one material from it instead. So you can have 5. So literally, if you have 5 monsters that are level 9, this card will have 5 destruction preventions, if you will, and also too cards like Xyz Import, cards like Xyz Reborn are going to be a menace with this card involved in the meta. This is going to be a nasty one, to say the very, very, very least. But next up we have Token Alliance, which is a continuous spell, and it has 2 separate effects. The first one is a once per turn, and which reads: you can tribute any number of tokens, then target a monster you control with 0 attack. It gains 1,000 attack for each token tributed until the end of the turn. Also, it can make attacks on monsters during each battle phase this turn up to the number of tokens tributed. Okay, I mean, to be fair, it is a bit gimmicky. So this card would probably have to be used in decks like maybe Ojama, because I know that Ojama could be a meta deck. It just depends on how it gets played. Even also Karibo decks as well, which is pretty funny. The second effect reads: at the end of your opponent's battle phase, you can special summon Alliance tokens, which are 1-star Earth Beasts with 0 attack and defense, up to the number of tokens destroyed during this battle phase. So, funny enough, it's actually again, this is during your opponent's turn. So, what's funny is that if your opponent wiped your whole board clean, and you still have and they still have and they were able to just attempt to go into end phase, this effect would trigger, and you would have your board completely spammed full of tokens, which you can use to go into I think it's IP. I think you can go into IP with the tokens, which is pretty cool. So not too bad, not too bad. But we have one more card to talk about for this video, and it is known as get this, ready? You ready? Slapdash Summer Schoolwork Success. Try saying that 10 times fast. It is quite the tongue twister. I guess Konami must really love tongue twisters and just ways to piss people off. I guess that's their thing. But it is a continuous trap with the effect reading as followed. Activate this card by placing 5 success counters on it. If a monster is special summoned from the extra deck and or a card is sent from the deck to the grave by a spell or trap effect, remove 1 success counter on this card. Then if there are no success counters on this card, destroy it. If you do, gain 4,000 life points. Then set 1 schoolwork success trap from your deck or grave. Then if you have 1 or less cards in your deck, you win the duel. This is actually one of the most hilarious cards you will ever see. Because funny thing is that this card can actually be used in decks like Dynamorphia. It work or sorry, no. In decks like oh my god. Exodia FTK, which funny enough, if you end up going first, but you don't, your opening hand is a brick, you can literally set this card, and then during their turn, during your opponent's turn, you can, or rather during their, how can I do this? How can I say it? During their end phase, you can flip this and then just go from there and then just pop off from there. And because that you would have at least a card or less in your deck, if your opponent were to use a card like say Ash Blossom and then Ghost Spell your whole play, once you have no more moves to make, you win. You literally win. This is a very hilarious card. Not sure if we'll ever see this card get played, but we will have to wait and see. But with that being said, honestly, my thoughts on these cards, I think out of all 6 of them, I think the Rock Xyz monster is definitely going to be one to look out for. Perhaps maybe in some sort of like maybe a Dragon Ruler deck, which could be possible. Only time will tell. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be down in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be down in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.